Joey Star here for Star Quality Kitchen. Today, I will be reviewing the A-Sha HotOnes ramen noodle soup. Now, up until a couple of hours ago, I never even heard of A-Sha, but apparently A-Sha is this noodle store company based out of California, and I visited their website and I was actually quite surprised at the variety of flavors and types of instant noodle goodness that they had on the website. The website itself is gorgeous. The food, the pictures of the food is gorgeous. I mean, they have ramen, they have like don noodles, all sorts of stuff. They have something that they call meteor noodles. It's one of their lines. And they do have a partnership going with HotOnes, which is, of course, from the channel First We Feast, which I've actually been into First We Feast long before HotOnes became this popular. I actually first heard of them when they had Mike Chen as a guest host for a miniseries that they called Coneheads. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and of course, moved on to other videos under the same channel, and I like them. And HotOnes just happens to be kind of the cream of the crop. So they've made a collab with A-Sha to make 3 flavors of ramen noodles. Now, I had ordered all 3 flavors from my local supermarket, and at the last minute, they told me, sorry, Joe, we don't have 2 of the 3 flavors that you ordered, so we're just gonna give you this one. Now, the 3 flavors, not only were they different flavors of ramen, but they were also different heat intensities, which includes a mild, a medium, and a hot. And when I saw that they were missing 2 of those options, I prayed to the food gods, please let the one that they're still gonna give me be the hot one. And surely enough, it is. We're just gonna go straight to the top on this to see how hot are the hot ones. HotOnes is the hit interview series that challenges celebrities to answer burning questions while eating spicy wings. We all know that. Create your own HotOnes challenge with our lineup of A-Sha X HotOnes spicy ramen. The only game I'm gonna play is, can I handle the heat of this hot level ramen? We all know how to make instant ramen, but if you're following along at home, folks, the instructions are right here. I'll be right back. So while I was waiting for my water to boil, I went back onto A-Sha's website to read more and look at some of their press release stuff. And it's really interesting. They seem to be really, in the last few years, just kind of becoming more popular, even prior to their little partnership with First We Feast HotOnes. And it looks pretty impressive. One of the interesting things I saw that they boasted on their site, I guess they're a healthier approach to ramen, I guess cleaner ingredients, etc., etc. Just be warned that while I don't doubt this is healthier than, say, going and buying your typical instant ramen, the sodium level on this is still on par with those typical ramen. So if you're watching your sodium, also on the instructions on here, they made it optional to include the heat. So if you enjoy any of their flavors, but you're not into the heat does come in a separate little pouch. So you can opt to just enjoy the flavor of it, even without the heat, which I think is pretty neat. Of course, I'm gonna take the heat. And they put on here, add heat pack to turn up the heat if you dare. Oh, I dare, Jerry. I dare. Something else that I like too is that the soup base and the vegetables and the heat, they all came in separate little packets. So, and the soup base was actually a liquid, more like an oil-like liquid than a powder. So in my experience, when the soup base comes that way, it tends to be a bit more authentic tasting, a bit fresher tasting, and just even more enjoyable for the most part. There are exceptions, of course. The aroma coming off of this, I mean, I can smell some of that smoked chili, definitely that smoked chili flavor they were talking about. I can smell the heat from the heat packet, of course. And I can swear I smell the scallions a bit. These noodles have a very neat looking texture, nice bounce to them. Yeah, it's kind of August. Maybe not the coolest day for having soup, but what the hell? This is what you paid me for. I'm just gonna give you a little close up here of these nice noodles, see what that texture looks like, and hopefully you'll be able to see some of the herbs and pieces of scallion and stuff that are clinging to the noodles. Before I dig in, let's just take a little bit of the broth first. Tasty broth, I have to admit, not the typical flavor that you get from an instant ramen broth, even for a liquidy soup base. This still tastes rather fresh. Heat level is definitely there. I mean, I'm already burning. I just took a little sip, probably like a quarter or an eighth or a 16th of a teaspoon. There's some burn going here, baby. Yeah, this is definitely their hot one. I just want to show you here, just kind of the color of this broth. I mean, it's semi-translucent, but inside the actual broth, you can see the specks of like the heat stuff, the oil in there. Of course, the herbs kind of floating around there. I don't know, it just kind of has this kind of authenticity, I think. The aroma is so great. I mean, that broth sip, it was good. So it was savory, not over salty, very spicy. Just a hint silky. I've had silkier, but it's a very clean tasting broth too. It's not like over encumbered with spices and flavor things to cover the palate with, you know, flavors for the sake of it. This seems very calculated, the recipe on this. Enough talking. These noodles, I don't want them to get too soggy here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into the first real bite here. Here we go. That noodle texture is freaking excellent. Nice chew, very clean, like the taste. You bite into it, the way it breaks apart in your teeth, it's not soggy and like overly tender and fragile. I mean, it's solid enough to get a bit of a chew there, but there's something very pleasant about this. I really like the bounce on it. Definitely does a great job of clinging on to the flavor from the broth. Definitely a very slurpable. I'm telling you right now, the heat on this is not for the meek. Feeling it at the back of my throat. I'm already starting to perspire, but despite how hot it is quite tasty. Very much a chili flavored, smoked chili flavor. They nailed the flavor on this. It's smoked chili, it's tasty, but it's definitely hot. I mean, the heat pack definitely turns up the heat as they promised. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some more of this broth. I feel like I'm using up the noodles quicker than the broth. Excellent broth. Nice, clean flavor, tasty herb type flavor. I taste a little bit of the dehydrated carrot that's in there. Very good, good flavor profile. What's interesting with this compared to a lot of other ramen I've had is that all those flavors I mentioned, while they are good, they're a bit more passive. They're not in your face. You taste them enough that you know that they're there. It's not like umami and vegetable and chili. It's not like they rolled up the flavor into a ball and Hadoukened it into your face. No, it's just like, hey, here's some savoriness. Here's some scallion. Here's some carrot, guy. Yeah, doesn't that taste good? You want a little bit more? Yeah, guy, go ahead. Take another slurp. And I will. You win. Also to note is, based on what I'm reading on the website, and just kind of based on looking at the noodle here, what A-Sha is going for is to be more authentic Taiwanese in their style. Admittedly, I don't know a lot about Taiwanese food as opposed to some of the other styles that I'm used to from ramen, but it's definitely distinctive from the Korean stuff and the Japanese stuff and the Thai stuff and pretty much anything else I've had. So I'm sure I've had Taiwanese before, but it's been a long time if I have. So whatever this is, it's very unique. It's very good. Excellent chew, and you can almost kind of taste that it's healthier, perhaps, than your other broths and noodles. But the important thing is not just that it's better for you, it actually tastes really good. And if you're into the heat, you're not going to be disappointed. So if you're into these type of flavors, but you're not that much into the heat, you can either get the same one and not add the heat packet, or only add a little bit of the heat packet, or you can try the other flavors, which has a mild and a medium. My understanding is that the medium one is not only more popular, but has even won some kind of accolades for how great of a recipe that it is. So unfortunately, I can't try it for myself to let you know, but if I only had to get stuck with one, I'm glad I'm stuck with this one. This is so darn good. So that's my review of the A-Sha and First We Feast Hot Ones Collab spicy ramen noodles. I have the smoke and chili flavor, which is the hottest of the three that they have. Great taste, clean taste, healthier recipe, still a bit high in the sodium, but it could be worse. Personally, I think this is a winner. I look forward to trying the other two flavors, and I also look forward to shopping from A-Sha's website, seeing what else they have and ordering some of that stuff, because based on my experience here and based on what I've seen on the website, there's definitely some stuff to be checked out there. And who knows, I may actually review some of that as well. How about you? Have you tried this ramen yet? Have you tried similar? Is there another collaboration between, say, a company that's making these noodles and some other party to create some kind of gimmicky ramen or other kind of ethnic foods, and you think I should try it? You think it's good, you want me to try it, or you have no idea what it's like and you want me to be your guinea pig? Drop that into the comments below or send me an email. I want to know, because this is also your channel. Thanks so much for watching Star Quality Kitchen. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and stalk. Laters. Slurp up some noodle, sip in some extra broth, feel that burn, feel that satisfaction, baby. Yes, yes, yes.